Hello, everybody. Sorry, technical difficulties. Hello, everybody, to the second episode of Random Bracket Battles, also known as RBs. We have the films. Thank you very much for joining with me. I am your host, Mr. A. Aaron. Today, we're going to go ahead and do a category that Mr. Tvshka himself has had requested. I went ahead and sent out a request to everybody saying what kind of movies would you guys like to see, what kind of groups and anything. And I was talking with him and I was saying, oh man, 2024, my favorite movie of all time is now 30 years old. And we're going, yeah, this year was a banger. This year's a banger. Then he said, what about 2007? And I'm like, The Dark Knight didn't come out in 2007, so fuck that year. And then he started reading me off those. And then after the conversation, I went on and I'm like, that's a banger. Like the list kept going. So we're going to change things here a little bit than it was last week. Instead of 8 movies, I now have 16 slots for this. I'm going to give each round 8 minutes. So I'm going to be going back and forth. I'm using my phone. I'm still in the process. We're still the fetus right now. We're not even fucking walking. Fuck crawling. We're just trying to get out of the fucking birth canal, okay, people? And right behind here, with the assistance of my lovely, lovely significant other, Angel. I love you. Praise Angel. I have 1 through 32. These 32 films, I have no idea what's behind. I have no idea what's behind any of them. You, as the viewers, or if any, get to request which number I pick off. Whichever one gets picked off first, that's going to go to seed 1, and so on and so forth. And that's how the randomness of the brackets are going to be battled. And if no one calls in, then I got my fantastic, lovely producer, and I got my good buddy Tvshka waiting on the sidelines too for any other suggestions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So if we got any requests, 1 through 32, go ahead and send them in. All right, we got 1 and 26. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. What is number 1? How fitting. Should be number 2. It's the second episode, but it's the first time doing this, so there you go. It fucking works. Number 1 is... Now, there's a lot of good horror films, but this film I adore so much. It is... Because Shia LaBeouf had a great year. It is 2007's, obviously, Disturbia, starring Shia LaBeouf. So... Bum bum be dum bum bum be dum bum. All right, and number 26, we have oh fuck, 310 to Yuma. 310 to Yuma, a banger of a western, a remake. I never watched the original, but still, a fantastic film. So guys, so just so I'm not overthinking it, I'm going to go ahead and knock this one out, and I'll just keep doing that. So if anyone else has any more requests, go ahead and put them in the chat. My lovely producer, Saul, will put them up, and we'll just go ahead and knock all these out. I mean, out of half of these, it sucks that half of these aren't going to make it because there are some great films back here. So the first match is going to be Disturbia versus 310 to Yuma. So Disturbia is essentially a retelling of Rear Window. Now, I watched this movie way before I saw or even heard of Rear Window. So I got the idea of the gist of someone who was isolated in their house by whatever means necessary. In this film's case, he gets under house arrest because his father just... And the film opens with him and his father being in a horrific car accident. And I believe it was Steven Spielberg who had the suggestion of whenever Shia, I forget the character's name, but sees his father mutilated, for sure dead, that Spielberg more than likely had the idea of don't show the body, show Shia's reaction. And he sells it. This kid came out with another movie that potentially could be out here, a big movie produced by somebody that lived by the Bay. But that movie was so overhyped that by the time this came out, I was more interested in this because I really didn't care about the other movie that could potentially be on this list. That is behind one of these other 30 pages now. And I gravitated so much towards this. When I got the DVD, and this was the first film I actually went into the special features for, and it had like this really good special feature of, we're going to let you know every time there's a skull, and there's like a skull count, and there's a lot. You get the great villainous actor, villainous neighbor. I don't remember the actor's name, but he kills it. He is Hannibal Lecter if the girl next door was a 60-year-old man. That's the best way, like, just charming as hell, somewhat, I mean, good looking. I mean, I could say that. I drink Cosmos. If you're not man enough to have a Cosmo or say another dude isn't just as beautiful, well, you're just lying to yourself because you've never seen Ryan Reynolds with his shirt off. And you can't tell me that every time you see all 12 of his abs, if your junk just has a flutter just a little bit, fucking lying to yourself. Disturbia was a fantastic film that I still gravitate towards because it definitely ages a little bit by now, because I am looking at it through, I mean, damn near 20-year-old goggles with it. This year marks the 17th anniversary. I mean, all these films actually 17th anniversary, but not, I mean, you can't discount, I mean, I'm talking for myself, of what it did to open my eyes to the genre of thriller. This was the first one to do that. And like I said, this was the first one that I wanted to go into the special features and learn everything I could about how this was made. And I did that this was the start of it. I did that for so other many. That's why I like collecting DVDs. Everyone's on the stream service now. That's fine. I love collecting DVDs. And a lot of that is because of Serbia. But 310 to Yuma, again, I know it's the remake. I don't know shit about the original. You got Christian Bale. You got Russell Crowe. It is directed by James Mangold. You have Alan Tudyk. You have very, very small role of Luke Wilson. You have, oh man, I'm forgetting all the names. Oh my goodness, the wife. I could see her. I can see her face. I can't pull her name. She's fantastic. And essentially, Christian Bale owns Ben Foster. Without this movie, Ben Foster does not get, in my opinion, his best role he's ever done, which is Hell or High Water. He is an outlaw in this, and he's a modern-day outlaw in Hell or High Water. He does not get that role if it not for this. Fuck a Blueprint. This was, in terms of Pokemon, this was Hitmonlee, that was Hitmonchan. I know that they don't evolve against each other because they're both so equally fucking good that one might just overcome the next one. The more I think about it, I don't know which performance is better. He fucking kills it in this. He's probably the best one, Ben Foster and 310 to Yuma, which is fucking saying something. Again, Russell Crowe, Christian Bale. Christian Bale is a farmer who was in the Civil War, and he lost the use of his leg. I don't know if they ever clarify if it's just like a bum leg or if it's just completely missing. I think it's missing. And then the townsfolk want to come in and just take his land. I got 3 minutes ago. Want to take his land, and he doesn't have the money, so they burn down his barn and everything. And here comes Russell Crowe, Ben Wade, with his big ass gang, a notorious outlaw. They catch him. Christian Bale says, I'm going to go ahead and take him to Yuma, so he gets on that 310 train, and then you cocksuckers are going to give me money to do this. And they agree, and there you go. That is the premise. They build up a relationship that's so keen, that is so essential to the story for it to continue, that by the time you get to Yuma and he's supposed to go on the train, fucking Ben Wade is helping to get on. He wants Christian Bale to succeed. Because his son sneaks out. Christian Bale's son sneaks out and intimidates Ben Wade a couple times when he should have escaped. Hell, there's a scene, like I said, with Luke Wilson when they're torturing Ben Wade, because Ben Wade's a piece of shit in everybody else's eyes, and the son, Christian Bale, Alan Tudyk, all these people just save him. They do the right thing, and they say there's like a kinship now. There's a good relationship. That by the end, spoiler with all these films. 2 more minutes. With all these films, Ben Foster kills Christian Bale, and you see the look of no, in Russell Crowe's eyes of he was right. He got the job done. He got the job done. He got the money. And what does he do? Ben Foster is just there, just looking, going, "Daddy, I'm back. I saved you. Didn't I do a good job?" That's his role. That's without Ben Wade, he's nothing. Billy, I think his name is. I forget. Ben Foster's character, but he guns down Ben Foster. Russell Crowe just guns down Ben Foster, and the look of surprise and just betrayal of I did the service. I got you out, man. What more do you want? It is a fantastic Western that I cannot recommend enough. With that being said, oh man, I really thought Disturbia had this. I tore it off and I'm like, this is an easy win. And then fucking Big Dick 310 Yuma just comes out of nowhere and says, "That's cute. Sit down, bitch." 310 Yuma takes this, man. 310 Yuma knocks this clear out of the park. So Disturbia is out, and 310 Yuma is moving on. All right. Go ahead and get this. All right. Technical difficulties. That's all. Still trying to get the process of the show, folks. All right. What are like having the board on the wall? Thank you very much, Justin. I'm doing my best, man. All right. So if we have any more suggestions, any more at all, I also like watching Disturbia before I watch REV. Yeah. That's how we got introduced to it. I mean, Rear Window is great. I mean, it's James fucking Stewart. It's goddamn Hitchcock. But by the time I saw it, in fact, because of Disturbia and the spoof episode from that 70s show, which if anyone's a fan, you know which one I'm talking about. Fez breaks his leg, and basically it's him and Bob, Donna's father, who does the roles of Rear Window. And I saw all that, and by the time I watched Rear Window, I'm like, technically this is beautiful, but I know everything. It's like Indiana Jones or Raiders of the Lost Ark. I know everything that's going to happen before I watch the fucking movie. That's why Last Crusade will always be the best of Indiana Jones films. All right, our second, Justin is saying, I'm going to go 21 and 27? 21 and 7. All right, man. It better be good movies. Not, if you show happen. That's called karma, folks. Can y'all just put the tree? Can y'all just put the GIF up of the cat? Like, just hang in there, baby. All right. Yeah. Get up on there. Yeah. As I was saying, you so leave one syllable on this recorder, I'll hunt you down and duck you like a fish. If you'd like the facts, maybe press the star key. All right, so 21 and 7. 21 is, marker off, Zemeckis? Robert Zemeckis' Beowulf versus yeah. Now this counts because technically it came out countrywide in 2009, but technically this movie was released in 2007. Paranormal Activity. Beowulf versus Paranormal Activity. All right, let me go and just get my 8 minutes, and here we go. Beowulf. Like I said, I believe directed by Robert Zemeckis. It has the face of the actor who plays Mr. French in The Departed. I don't know the actor's name, but I do know this: the body, because that fucking fat douchebag just doesn't have it. That's not his body. I know the whole thing is fucking animated, but the body was designed by Reacher's body. Alan Richardson's body. His abs were famous back then, way before Thad Castle was even a fucking thought. So, okay, is it the best fantasy movie? No. Is it Is it going to beat the Odyssey down the way? No. Is it better than the Odyssey itself or any other movie like Oh Brother, We're Out Thou? No. But it gets the job done. Is it corny? Yes. Is the animation kind of shitty? Absolutely. But you can't take away if you just shut your mind off. If Lord of the Rings is too much for you and you just want to dial it down and just dumb yourself down, this is Lord of the Rings, okay? A nice, classy drink. Now, imagine this was a Coors Light or Bud Light, something shitty that I wouldn't drink. That's Beowulf. It's there. It's going to get the job done. It's going to put dum-dum in my brain, but it's not really doing anything for me. The scene of the dragon with him trying to take his son's heart, it's a little too much. I don't know if it's going for metaphor. I don't know if it's going for, I have to do this because of my curse. Like, the best scene for me in that movie is he kills Crispin Glover. He kills Glendale. He kills Grendel. The Angelina Jolie, the fucking gorgeous. And I touched my little dilly to her so much in that movie. She like, how can someone look that good and be that talented? I don't get it. It's unfair. And she's married to Brad Pitt, so triple fuck her. I wish. So when they wed, and it was something along the lines of, this artifact, this gold piece has to stay here. Now, if this leaves my cave, my son's going to come after you, or something along those lines. I haven't watched this movie in so long, but I remember it enough to where I'm like, yeah, if it's ever on, I might watch it. This was, we need a 30-second. That's what this was. And it made the fucking cut. By the time you get into this, so my favorite part is, it's years later, before the dragon, his son comes back and tries to kill him, or his new wife or new daughter or whatever. He's telling the man, do you think, because he wants, they just had a battle, and his enemy, like this little pawn guy, is saying he wants to kill Beowulf, and Beowulf is stripping down, damn near to his bare ass, and saying, do you think you're the first person to try to kill me, or the 100th? You want to kill me? Kill me! Go ahead, kill me! And the guy just drops his axe, and Beowulf, and a kind of mercy, but at the same time, wants his legacy to live on. Kind of like what Jack Sparrow says, no survivors, eh? Then where do the stories come from? The story has to go on. He says, give him a gold piece and send him on home, so his legacy can continue on. Because there's one thing Beowulf loves. It's not women. It's his story being throughout the ages. His friend says, how many times has he changed his story? I think his friend is played by Brendan Gleeson, basically the next king at the end of the movie, like the next person to see Angelina Jolie. But Paranormal fucking Activity, dude, easily the scariest movie experience I ever had in my life. I understand with found footage or the multiple bullshit sequels that this movie got. They should have just kept it to 3. They should have just kept it to, here's this movie, kind of like Indiana Jones. Here's this movie, here's the prequel, because they're not really Indiana Jones, because the third one goes way back of like a reverse linear, this is how all this started. Here's the base, here's what just happened to make this happen, and here's where it all started. They should have fucking ended it there. And then some jackass was like, hey, my wife needs a new boob job and my dick is small, so let's go ahead and get surgery for that, but we need to make a movie. What's on the list? Saw 6? That's already being made. Fuck me. What about Jason? Nope, no one likes him either because we fucked that up. Excuse me, Michael Bay fucked him, Freddy up, and Michael, so good for him, cocksucker. Fuck it. Let's just go ahead and make another Paranormal Activity. No one gives a shit about these movies. Yes, we do! Why do you think we went to the fucking theaters? Well, why did they make so much money? Because they were good, you fucking silly asshole. Then you get the fuck up and make a 4th one. God damn it. Fuck that 4th. Fuck that 4th. From 4 all the way on, they are Dan Marino and I am Ray Finkel's mother. They should die of gonorrhea and burn in hell. I went home and I could not sleep for days. I've been told that has happened to, like my stepmother says, I still can't watch The Ring. I can't watch The Ring. Even if I see a trailer, I can't be around the TV. That's how much it affected her. For me, you see these lights? constantly had to be on me. If I heard a sound and I know where it came from, well, I'm shitting my pants. I'm going to fetal position. I'm thinking about mama's boobs, and I'm just going to put my thumb in my mouth and just go, coddle me. Baby needs. I feel like Dr. Evil. Scary as fuck movie. I mean, even if you don't like this franchise or like this movie, you have to respect what it did. It was shown in a couple of theaters and then just blew the fuck up. Now, I know Blair Witch did that, but here's the difference. This movie's actually good. It's like Family Guy. It's like Family Guy when Brian was a seeing eye dog and they went to go see Blair Witch Project. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Something about a map. Nothing's happening. It's over. People look pissed off. That's not the case here, dude. This movie is so much fun. Not only is it fun, but not only is it scary, but it's fun because the tension never lets you go until the ending, and that's when you get up and you're even like, should we laugh? Because is there another choice? Where every time there's a scare, there's a relief. This doesn't do that to you. So for me, that's fun because I'm fucking psychotic. This is a no-brainer. Paranormal Activity takes this. I mean, Beowulf is fun, but dude, Paranormal is it's all kinds of fucked up. That's a great trilogy, man. If you haven't, I watched Beowulf for the first time in school. Yeah, it's not the best. Beowulf was epic because of the leap in CGI and motion capture technology. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. But I feel like around that time, we were still trying to figure our shit out. I mean, 5 years ago, you had Smeagol, you had Golem come out. However, in the same year, you had Scooby-Doo. So it's basically like who's got the biggest wallet. All right. Brennan Moore, hey, man, thank you very much for joining us. So we got 6 and 7. So number 6 is going to be, let's see if these are good. Let's see if these are good. And please, tell in the comments if you guys...
What's up, everybody? It looks like we lost Aaron. We're going to remove him, bring him back in, try this again, y'all. I hope you guys are having fun. Make sure to like, subscribe, like he was going to say, but yeah, definitely keep the chat going. I believe that's Aaron picking his nose, possibly. Yeah, we'll have him jump out real quick. Have him leave the studio. Yeah, let's follow the link again, bud. But yep, all right. I guess I'm on. I didn't really want that. But yeah, everybody. Yeah, Brendan. Yeah, thanks for jumping in the chat. Yeah, 6 and 17. We'll find out here soon enough exactly what those were. But yeah, anybody else? So far, how are you guys liking this? I mean, I know it's definitely very random, and we love Aaron, and he is definitely random in nature. But I'm excited to kind of see how this kind of progresses. Having the tags with the boards, I think is really cool. Yeah, the randomness of the internet for sure. So, but yeah, Justin, thank you for joining. Yeah, Soul, as well as Brennan. Tvshka, I don't know who that guy is. That guy sounds like a jerk. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting on him to kind of rejoin us. So if you can just follow the link, if you're watching, just follow the link and get back in here, bud. But yeah, so kind of recap though. First round, we had Disturbia versus 310 to Yuma, and then second round we had Beowulf versus Paranormal Activity. And me personally, I kind of like Beowulf a lot better. I haven't rewatched it, so maybe it doesn't hold up because at the time the CGI was pretty revolutionary as far as some of the motion capture they were able to get in the facial features. So it may not hold up now compared to what they got. But yeah, shout out to the Patreons, man. We appreciate you all. So if you do want to join the Patreon and be on the show, or just contribute financially, you can go to patreon.com/RuckusEV. With that, you get access to the Discord. Our Discord is available to everybody, but we have kind of higher tiers as far as some of the private chats and hangouts, but then also just kind of developing and curating some of the shows. And so we're going to be getting some mods here this year as we grow the channel and grow the shows, and also even growing in the hosts. So we have this one as far as random bracket battle with AA Ron. Then we also have Ruckus Wrestling, which just started towards the end of last year with Justin and Josh. And those guys are doing a great job on there. Fantasy F Around just finished, but we're moving it into Bracket Bitches here soon. So we'll actually start that Monday night. So we'll actually get to watch the last wild card game for the NFL playoffs. And if you haven't filled out a bracket and you're in our Discord, definitely do that now. You've got less than 1 hour. You got 45 minutes to finish that bracket. So definitely go ahead and do that. I guess we still no word from Aaron. Unfortunately, internet's a real thing, y'all. I know living here in Southeast Oklahoma, it can get pretty tough sometimes, get pretty scarce as far as internet. But yeah, for those in the chats, let us know. I mean, do you agree with 310 to Yuma beating Disturbia? I know I do. I absolutely love 310 to Yuma. One of the earlier Christian Bale movies, I believe. It was before The Dark Knight. I absolutely love that. And Russell Crowe. I mean, I was never a huge Russell Crowe fan. I mean, I liked Gladiator, but it kind of felt like maybe the set and the pieces and everything around it was what really made that movie. And so kind of see him in that light, kind of play that villain, but then also a villain that's an anti-hero, essentially, when it comes to the end of the movie. I just love that one. Yeah, never seen it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll have to do that sometime, so have to check it out. It's a good one. All right, still no word. Okay. Well, if we had a commercial, we would go to commercial break. maybe we need to figure that out sometime. But 2007. Let's go ahead and just look at that list. Because I know, I believe Pineapple Express came out that year. That was one of my favorites. Oh, good Lord. Let's see. Those are not popular movies, people. I don't know what Google's list is saying there. Spider-Man 3. I know that's not the favorite of that series. No Country for Old Men is definitely one of my favorites. You're back, buddy.
I am terribly sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Second show. We have, dude, it's blowing out there like a fucking biblical whore, and it is just, it's nasty. It's bad. It's real bad.
Are you guys getting snow and everything right now?
No, just bad wind. We have, it's a winter wonderland, but if the wonderland is sharp glass and crack cocaine.
Right. Yeah.
It's still white, but not the right kind of white.
Well, hey, we'll fix this in post, man. We're not live, so we'll fix it in post.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. That's my review of Echo.
This has been all review of Echo, yeah.
Yep. All right, bud. You're good to take it back over?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, you look pretty.
I always look good. What are you talking
What
about?
shade of lipstick is that you put on? Looks great.
Poor red.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
There we go. All right, guys.
In high school. Good book.
So, can you go ahead and put up Brennan's message again? I know.
Yeah, for him it was 6 and 17. Yep.
All right. Thank you, sir.
No problem, brother. Enjoy it. Have fun.
All right. I apologize to everyone else again. Let me go and get that message across. I don't know how much I cut off. Go ahead and leave your comments if I'm doing a good job. Not this part. I like to improve. I like to do just a better job. I want to stay entertaining and all that fun stuff. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get back into it. So, Brennan picked number 6. And once again, Brennan, and bring in the fucking clutch like always. No Country for Old Men. That's a hard one to beat in 17. Like, I really hope this is a dumb movie because I want No Country to move on, but I also don't want to think too much right now. Because, oh, come on, be a dumb movie. Fuck! Damn you, Brennan. Damn you, Roger. Damn it. Damn you! My favorite Stephen King adaptation of all time, 1408. Oh! All right. You know what? Fuck the timer, because this deserves all my attention. No Country for Old Men. Arguably the best thing. Arguably the best movie the Coen Brothers has put out. Arguably. If not that, a lot of people are going to go for the easy one of either Raising Arizona or Big Lebowski. But in my eyes, technically, this is the best movie they have ever made. A cat and mouse chase, the entirety of it. If Josh Brolin just doesn't go there, if Josh Brolin's consciousness just doesn't go there and goes, I'm going to go ahead and get that dying dude water, as if he would he's a fucking hunter. What the hell makes him think that cocksucker's still going to be fucking alive? Fuck, he has a good heart, and that's what gets him in trouble. Ironically, he cheats on his wife, and that's what gets him killed. I kind of hate that part, though, that they never show how he got killed. Just kind of like when Anton Chigurh, which I'm getting to that here real quick, just leaves the trailer and leaves, what the hell's her name? She was the Irish lady in Boardwalk Empire. I can't remember her name, but if you watch that show, Boardwalk Empire, Mrs. Schroeder, Margaret Schroeder, if you just listen to her accent, then listen to her accent in this, it's like this woman can just do it all. If you can go that far that way, and then equally go far that way at that angle, you can do it all. Javier Bardem, though. When you hear villain, probably one of the first things that are going to come to your mind is one of the big names. Vader, Joker, depending if you're a comic book nerd or not. Maybe Ursula, maybe Scar, maybe something along the lines of like Hans Gruber. Anton Chigurh is the scariest because that motherfucker can be real. That dude, like Hans Gruber, it's fun, but is that a real person? Maybe like down to a T like that, but a dude that's just so emotionally pulled out of reality and just goes, this is the mission. Nothing's going to get to my mission. Not even a mission. Like, I just want that. And I don't care what I have to do. When Woody Harrelson, another fucking great cast member in this movie, when he's talking shit in front of Josh Brolin about Anton, and he's going, yeah, he's a maniac psychopath of just, will take anything he ever wants. I don't think that's in front of Josh Brolin. I think that's in front of somebody else. And he's just saying this like, so, yeah, he's a fucking lunatic, as if a detective would say something like that after as working on a case. They can say that so freely because, let's be real, it's not happening to them. They just got to stop it. It's not happening. That horror, that terror isn't happening to them. So whenever he notices Anton right behind him, I don't know how an actor can drain the blood out of their face. Woody just does it. Maybe he stopped being hard. Think about it. Think about it. And he gets into the room and he tells Anton everything he wants to know. And there's two bits that just are so useless, one more than the other, are so useless to tell to this fucking psychopath. One is, I got $80,000 in the bank. You take me the ATM machine, you can all have it. Now come on, man. $1 million versus eight grand. You know he's going to come after you because he hasn't stopped so far, and he's going to do his job. And he obviously does his job well because he works. He seems so confident and dick swinging in his job as a police detective or marshal that he clearly has done this either for years or he has done this for not that long, but he's fucking good at it. Either way, he's going to get the job done. So how can I trust that even if you do give me that $8 grand, you're not going to be on my ass and you're just going to quit? You're just saying shit that you say shit. This is your last Scar, help me before Scar, long live the king. But he knows he's going to get thrown off the rocks and the buffalo are going to trample over him. That's the difference. That's what makes it scary. And then he says the line, you don't have to do this, which means, in parentheses, you won. You won, but he's not going to say you won. It's still a plea. We are living beings. Our cells fight off infection. We are living things that need to survive. So even our subconscious will not let us say, you win. Instead, he says, you don't have to do this. But he knows he's going to die. And then sure as shit, boom! I've never seen a more brilliant scene that has nothing to do with Tarantino and the room be filled with fear. Remember, Anton, fuck the timer. I'm going to spend a lot of time on this movie. Anton kills a guy. He takes that air plunger, whatever, to get deadbolts out, and he uses it on just some poor motherfucker. Could you just hold still? And the dude's like, what's happening? I think it's used for cattle. I think to ship if I'm not mistaken, it's like a bar that very quickly goes in and out and just gets him in the head and just kills him quickly. And he uses it might be air pressure, but I don't think air would just do that though. I could be wrong. But anyways, he kills a guy, takes his car, goes to a gas station. You all know where I am. You guys are pages in front of me. And the actor, Gene, I forget his last name, but I do know he was Sweet Dave in The Hateful Eight. God damn you, Gravity! Said, what part of Texas you from? What business is that of yours? Nothing, I just wanted to make conversation. That's it. And just by saying that he knows I'm not from Texas, he knows I got a car that's from Texas, and that is enough. He's not going to get anything else from me. Now, you just invited the fucking Grim Reaper into your life. Because Anton then goes on saying something like, you're not a real man. This ain't your fucking business. This is your fucking wife's. What time do you close? Dark, generally around dark, and it's fucking daylight out. Okay, what time do you go to bed? I don't know, 9:30. I can come back then. Why would you come back at all? He just doesn't, he gets it, but his kind nature, the clerk is so wholesome and humble and kind nature that he won't let him accept the fact that he can't get around his brain that this is really fucking happening, that I am this close to death. And then the fucking line, what's the most you ever lost in a coin toss? Sir, the most you ever lost in a coin toss. Of just, this is your fate. This is how much you mean to me. That, a flick of the thumb, and then a catch. Those two moves, if it doesn't go your way, that's what I think about you, because you have annoyed me this much, because obviously you can't fucking hear. you're a bit deaf, aren't you? I said, what time do you go to bed? And then it hits it, and he says, that's your quarter now. And, Gene, the actor, takes it and is about to put it in his pocket. And what does Anton say? Don't put it in your pocket, sir. No, don't put it in your pocket. Where do you want me to put it? Anywhere but not your pocket. Otherwise, it'll get mixed around with the other coins and become that. Which it is. Meaning, in my eyes, you're cattle to me. I'm letting you live to live on. You better take this gift, because I could have just taken it away. I could have just given a gift to myself and fucking killed you and it'd be nothing. I gave you a gift. I feel like in his mind, he's telepathically telling the clerk, if I come back, if I survive this and I come back and you're still doing this shit, dealing with your fucking cunt wife and her punk ass of a dad to let you have this job, but it's not even yours anyways, I'm going to kill you. That's what I get from it. So I don't know what that clerk did after that. He probably said, fork and knife, honey, I'm going down on you because you have no idea how close to death I just came. Think about it, coming. Anyways, excuse me, folks. Let's put old Bessie back up here one more time. Now, a lot of people are intimidated about the way they make a turkey, but really it's very simple. All you need to know is the anatomy of turkey. It's got a little steak hole, and you just jam your fist right up in there. Stomp the shit out of it. Anyways, 1408. No Country for Old Men. How the fuck did I go this long with not even mentioning Tommy Lee Jones, the sheriff that literally by the end of the movie says, what was the point? I was my grandfather, my father, and I had this job. We kept the order. Someone did something bad. We balanced it, and now it's good. And then that's the fucking teeter-totter of this life. He literally says, because of his dream and because of the events that went on of just Josh Brolin was a good guy, but was he? He went and cheated on his wife. He killed other guys. He stole money. How is this a good gentleman? I don't know. And how, I know he doesn't know that Anton let that clerk live. But even if he fucking did, even if he did, in his mind, he's going, I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. So what the fuck is the point of this all? Are we just all just walking around waiting to die? And it's such a sorrow. It's such a miserable fucking ending but it makes you think without forcing you to make you think. There's a difference. I hate ambiguity unless it's done right. If a film ends very ambiguous and it's just like, well, what happened? Well, you can fucking figure it out. No, bitch. Tell me what happened. You're telling a story. Don't tell me to put the pieces together. You're the fucking director. You're the storytellers. You're the writers. You tell me. But when it's done right and it's just have your perception on it, which is saying the same thing. It's hard when I don't have examples to give you all, but I hope that you guys know what I mean. When it's done right, like in the end of No Country for Old Men, it's depressingly beautiful. You're painting a picture as like you're painting. This is so fucked up. You're painting a picture on your wrist as you cut into it. I don't know how else to describe it. That's what this movie is. 1408. Before I go on, if you want to watch the real version of this, the correct version of this, get the DVD. Do not stream it. Do not get the Blu-ray. There is added scenes that don't fucking need to be there, and there is an alternate ending. As if I'm correct, there's 3 endings. I only know of 2. I will only be talking about the original, the theatrical version, the one that fucking makes this movie from good to great. 1408 is about an author named Mike Enslin, played beautifully by John Cusack. It's a short story by Stephen King after he wrote The Shining, I believe. It's in a compilation, literally the book is in a compilation of all these other short stories, and the story is very short. The story essentially is he wants to go in a hotel, and the manager doesn't want him to go in there. And the scene of Cusack and Samuel Jackson, that is the entire story. The last 2 paragraphs are basically like Mike Enslin died in this room through these causes and everything. Like basically he didn't make it. And it's very, again, ambiguous of just, okay, what happened? What's in there? There's something about this. Someone had that idea of, let's make this motherfucker into, let's flesh this out and make this into a movie. This movie isn't about a haunted room. This movie is about a haunted man with a very dark past. He loses a child due to some sort of disease, and he just never comes back from it. And he's a writer now, where he used to write really thought-provoking novels that went deep in the psyche. Now he just goes hotel to hotel, barn to barn, all these places that are legitimately scary. He goes there and goes, yeah, okay, that's scary. Yep, there's a fucking sink right there. Oh, is that a quilt? Is that red? Nope, that's orange. I got my chapters. Move the fuck on. And that's how he's not living. He is surviving. He is doing what his daughter couldn't. He's just surviving. Then he gets a postcard. Don't enter the Dolphin Hotel. Okay, if you're going to tell someone don't come here, it's like Inception. Don't think of the word elephant. What do you think of? Don't go in 1408. And he does the math, and this is fucking brilliant. They don't do this in the book. He adds the numbers together, and he goes, oh, 13. And just like Samuel, and just like, Omen. Just like Omen's. No, Omen's is Shining. Oh, what is what is the manager's name? Is it Omen? I'm just going to call him Sam Jackson for the sake of it. So, did he send him that postcard? Did the hotel itself send him that postcard? Clearly, it's fucking alive. So, he gets a postcard. He adds the numbers together. It equals 13. Just like Sam Jackson says, yeah, we don't believe in the room 13 because people are afraid of it. So we just skip 13 and it goes to 14. Dickhead, that's still the 13th floor. So the 13th, Olin, thank you. So the 13th room on the 13th floor. There you fucking go. There's your premise. He goes in there and shenanigans happen, but clearly my favorite part, the best part of this film is just like in the book, is the conversation of these two characters of just battling, of going back and forth of, dude, just drop the fucking act. Mr. Manager, drop the act. I've been through this so many fucking times. I know the shit. And he's just like, I can get you some baseball tickets. I can get you this. Here's a bottle. And he says something in French, but of what the title of the name is. And here's an interesting thing. The name that is on the bottle, it says, this is number 47. Olin already said 46 people have died in that room. And Enslin is going to be the 47th one. That's a great little plant that if you can catch on, you're like, oh, that's a nice little Easter egg. Let's color that motherfucker up. This is a fantastic film. This is the first one that I ever got interested in a what is the term? Excuse me. Oh my goodness. A kind of horror film. Psychological horror. Sorry, guys. This is the first film that I think is psychological horror because the room is fucking with him. Yes, it's supernatural, 100%. But it also is psychological because it makes you think about your errors in your past. When he walks into the bathroom and he sees his dad, and who was a son of a bitch, according to him in the book, goes, as I was, you are. As I am, you will be. In parentheses, do whatever you want, man. This future is yours. Make it out of this hotel. I fucking dare you make it out of this hotel. You're going to be this anyways. No matter how this goes from this day forward, is it going to look great? Every day that you live will then become your worst day of your life. This is a fucking hard one. And I think I have my answer, and it's Damn it, man. Damn you, Roger. I gotta go with 1408. It hits me so much more. I'm not gonna get to the ending because we still have a lot to go, and it's gonna have another battle. So I don't want to go fully into it. But fuck me, man, this is a great fucking film. If you guys haven't checked it out, like I said, DVD, and I'll explain it because this is gonna continue. I want to know country to continue on. God damn, man, this is why I love the random battleness of it. Mama always said brackets were like a box of chocolates. You never know which one's going to be filled with toothpaste. Or maybe she said something different. I remember my third grade teacher always used to say to me, you show me a guy who can shit in a hand, I'll show you a cocksucker who can make a good smoothie. Maybe that was a guy I met in the Army. I always get those two confused. All right. No Country's music soundtrack was a banger. You fucking right it was. Beautiful score. Beautiful score. And it sucks I can't let it go on. You now have a new Patreon, by the way. Oh, yes, Brendan, my man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Thank you for subscribing to the Patreon. Physical media for the win again. You're fucking right. Do the physical media. It's going to be just like Furbies and those fucking babies that have beans in them. They're going to be worth money eventually. They're going to be worth money, so just fucking collect them. But they're a waste of space. Okay, when the apocalypse happens and you can't stream, what are you going to do? Probably run away from the mutants. But when you want to watch TV, when you've controlled like your area when you overloaded your inbred family, you're going to want to watch Caddyshack. You can't fucking do it on Netflix anymore, can you, dickhead? See? I'm smarter. All right, 8 and 10. 8 and 10. Here we go. I'm going to have to use the timer now because we're almost an hour in and not even halfway. So number 8 is going to be one of my guiltiest, pleasurest movies of all time that IMDb, or excuse me, Rotten Tomatoes, the fucking great people of Rotten Tomatoes, don't watch this movie, it's not certified. Gave it a fucking 2. Pathfinder, Carl Urban, Vikings. Great fucking film. And what was it, 8 and 10? What was the other number? 8 and 10. 8 and 10. All right, number 10. Number 10. Something good. You have smelly dog farts and it makes me sad. Number 10. It's if I'm not mistaken, his directorial debut. A movie that I'm so glad is on this list because it deserves to be talking about because I think it is Ben Affleck's most underrated film because the dude just gets better and better with his movies. Except for Live by Night. Gone Baby Gone, starring his little brother Casey. Pathfinder. A story about a Native American tribe where Vikings come over, fuck their shit up. I have no idea where this takes place. It could be Asia, for all I know. It could be. I have no idea. The point is, the Vikings come over, do what they do. Slaughter, take over. HR reps are everywhere. Saying your axe needs to be sharpened there, sir. Okay, it's violation. Takes this kid. The kid grows up to be a Viking. They go back to that tribe. Excuse me, I have it mixed up. He was a Viking. They invade this land. Somehow he gets separated with his Viking tribe. He then becomes a tribe of these people. The Vikings come back. He now has to protect his new family, his loving family, and just fucking slaughters everybody. That's the gist of it. Moving on. So it's a great, just turn off your fucking mind and just be entertained. It's a great goddamn film. Gone Baby Gone. A film that deals with the questions of what is the right decision, what is the wrong decision, how can I do my job and be a good person at the same time? Is that an option? Do I have to be liked by everybody, or do I do what's right in my core, or what is the ideology of one person versus the many? Huge spoiler alert. I got 8 minutes up. If you guys have not watched this, every time this comes up, if this comes up again, it might, I'm going to go ahead and say, spoiler alert. It's about a daughter who, damn it, the woman who plays Holly in The Office, she also plays Regan Thompson's wife in Birdman. She's a shithead mother to this little girl who then gets lost, and you have no idea what happened. Casey Affleck is on the case of, okay, what happened to her, because there's no body, so I gotta go out and find her. Thinks that she found her. She's dead. And throughout the investigation, come to find out, the chief of police kidnapped her because now they can give this little girl a good life. Because once the little girl goes back to her mother, the first thing she does, and after this bitch has done her grieving with her, like accepted of just like, I want my baby back. Oh, I was a bad mother. Once she gets her back, the very next fucking scene, she's going, yeah, I'm gonna go out. And someone asks, is anyone gonna watch her? Well, my neighbor is, but she don't know it yet. Like, good for you, honey. We all fucking know that woman too, or person. We all fucking know that piece of shit parent. Like, as a dad now, I can't stand weak parents that just let their little bastards do whatever they want. That's why my kids are getting homeschooled. Because if I meet a little kid who's a parent who's just a walking vagina with legs, I'm going to commit murder, because your weak-willed kid is not going to put their bullshit ideology in my son's head or daughter's. Dude, I don't really need a timer. It's Gone Baby Gone. You got to go with Gone Baby Gone. Pathfinder's so much fun. It's Carl Urban. Years before he was Bones, before he was Dread, before he was, I never watched the show, before he's in that superhero show, which I've been told many times, dude, it's right up your alley. How come you never watch it? Well, because I got this streaming service and this streaming service and this streaming service, and then 2 kids, and then a house to pay, and then a car, and I want a dog, and I want this, and want that, I want that. I'm not going to spend more money on Amazon Prime for just one fucking, I'll just buy the DVDs. There you go. See? Apocalypse. Retirement fund. There you go. Pathfinder is out of here. Wrong color. GBG. If you guys haven't checked out Pathfinder, though, do yourself a favor. It's so much fun. It's dumb. It's idiotic, bad cinematography with poor lighting mixed with just awesome, manly sword cutting. It's Braveheart done by very poor funded high school AV club. There you go. Do I have 2 more numbers? So 31 and 32. Halfway done, folks, with the first round. 31 is, I'm so glad it's got picked. James Wan's Dead Silence versus, I'm so glad that got picked. This is going to be a fun one. Versus Spider-Man 3. All right, Dead Silence. Obviously, this came out in 2007. I believe this was the next project after Wan did Saw. And I believe Saw 2 either came out in 2005 or 2006. I don't think he directed it, though. Actually, I'm positive he didn't direct the second one. He did a lot with the first one and just fucking brilliant. And I don't think anything came out between 4 and 7. But this was his, at the very least, this is post Saw. Beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She had no children, only dolls. If you see her, be sure not to scream, or she'll rip your tongue out right out of the scene. A haunted, a ghostly, evil ventriloquist bitch that killed all the children because they killed her because they one kid made fun of her. She took that, embarrassed her. She threw it right back at him. She takes that kid, makes him into a dummy. She does this a couple of times. The town revolts. Freddy Krueger's her ass, and then Freddy Krueger's and then back, and she kills them all. The only difference is she can't come into sleep, and they don't have to live on Elm Street. But if you're connected to any of these family members, your asses are gone. So that's the fucking premise, and it's so, when James Wan fucking takes it, and then dumbass studios are going, oh, that's what people like, give them that. No, you got to look at each individual story and think, where can I do the jump scares? If anyone else, and I mean this wholeheartedly, if anyone else directed Malignant 2021's, it would not work. You had to give that to James Wan. You had to do it campy. You had to do it fun. You had to do it ridiculous. Thank God I'm an idiot and I didn't figure out the fucking twist, because now of me being an idiot and not figuring out the twist, it had to be spoon-fed to me. I love that movie even more. It's so good, and only James Wan can do that. The only Fast and Furious movie I will ever watch is the 7th one, because it's the only good one. Let's be fucking real. It's the only good one. Yeah, but what about Fast 5? Fast, suck my dick. 7 is the best. Spider-Man 3. I think this might be the film that I've seen so much in theaters. Aaron, did you like it? It's funny you didn't ask. No. This was just a movie that I took, carried the 2, 6 girls to, I think, different ones. Because it was just, dude, I'm not a player at all. I got no game. I can't even, I don't listen to the game. I don't know any games. And somehow I just kept going on dates. I remember the concession dude. Every Friday I came in, and by the fifth different girl who I took on a date with, he was just like, hey, what's going to happen in this movie? I said, I think I'll know. I think I'm going to touch her tonsils with my tongue. I think that's what's going to happen. That movie is so stupid. That movie doesn't work. That movie is so fucking campy. This is what it makes Aaron make out movie, because nobody else watched it. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody watched it because I was just making out with everybody. That's why it sucked. This movie solidified you should not have had James Franco as Harry. He was kind of like back and forth in the first one. Second one, I actually like him in. Second one, he nails it pretty good. He's got that angst. He's got that. He hit the nail on the head with the angst of just like, I gotta find this Peter. Why are you keeping this fucking douchebag away from me? You work for him. I'm your best friend. Why don't you tell me the truth? You know who he is. You at least know where he's gonna be because your pictures of him are so fucking good. Why aren't you telling me this? This one where he loses his memory and something him and MJ are doing a twist. It's in your 2.5 hour movie, 3 fucking films, and we're spending time on this bullshit. You know, I wrote you a play. Did you really? Yeah. Do you want to read it? That'll be so cool. I remember you doing Cinderella back in 1st grade. You remember that? Yeah, I remember that. Do you really? Yeah, I do. Shut the fuck up. Eat a big ass bag of dog shit. Here's a nice piece of shit. It's called Spider-Man 3. I know it's not. Raimi is Schumacher just 10 years later because the studios forced him to put fucking Venom in. Just think about the simplicity of just having Sandman and just having I mean, you got to give it up for Thomas Hayden Church because the best scene, I don't know if they just used his face or the whole thing was CGI, but the best scene, arguably, is after Sandman is born and he sees the locket and he reaches for it and he drags his hand back and he can't get it. And he's just thinking of his daughter, and then you just see the fingers come out, and that's how he controls it. It's his love for his daughter, which apparently, if you love your child, you can rob anybody, fucking free game. And I didn't like it at that how he's the reason Uncle Ben got shot. Doesn't that take it away a little bit from the first one? Doesn't it take it away? Like, I know they explained it in No Way Home. Yeah, I regret it. I didn't get my uncle back. He died. I killed him. Let's be real. He didn't push him or anything, but he scared him, and it went back. Like, he could have webbed him down. He chose not to. Just like he chose not to stop him on the way to the elevator. Peter could have done a lot of things. This is what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. He is the manliest man, and I mean that by not in just strength or just muscles, but he learns from his lessons. He is the truest form of a superhero. He learns his lessons from those two mistakes. But and that just is all stripped away when you say, oh, it wasn't even that guy. So now he's just a fucking murderer. It's kind of like Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Fuck that movie, first of all. When they're all trying to figure out what happened to Pete Davidson. And then it comes to find out, oh, no one died. So this Russian twat just killed a veterinarian for no fucking reason. Not only that, but didn't she throw this black bitch over a fucking balcony too? So she killed two people, and we're just like, yeah, this is a comedy. Who gives a shit? It makes no fucking sense to me. Like, I really don't like the part. There's a lot of filler in here you don't fucking need. When Aunt May is talking about, well, this is how your uncle proposed to me. Who gives a shit? Just give him the fucking ring. Aren't you dying? Can you fucking die already? Please? God damn it. How the fuck do you have a British accent when you've been living in Queens, bitch? Who are you? I may have some animosity towards this film. Well, like I said, I watched it once because the rest of the time I learned so much. I learned more about bras in that year than I ever did. There's different just laces. There's different fits. I didn't know that there was different cups. Do you know why the Little Mermaid wore seashells? Because bee shells were too small. This is a no-brainer for me. Every single person in the theater got a kiss from Aaron. You fucking right. I mean, at that year, yeah, damn near. Spider-Man 3, as fun as you are, no, you're not going on. Dead Silence is moving on. It's a way more entertaining film. I will put that on. I'll put that on miles ahead or hours before I'll ever put on Spider-Man 3 ever. If I'm thinking of okay, come on. You got Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. You got the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. You got the two animated ones. For sake of argument, you're not including the MCUs. Okay, you got 7. In what order are you going to put those at? Most likely, you're going to put the third one all the way at the fucking bottom, and then maybe the Amazing Spider-Man 2, because Garfield is just a better Spider-Man than Tobey. But Tobey's a better Peter, but you don't see Peter in 3 because you see emo. You see, let's dance. Let's get jiggy with it. Shut up. Keep your wife's name or out your fucking mouth. All right. Tom Hardy was a much funner Venom. Yeah, but that movie sucked dick too, so pull all the strings you want. Pick number 14 and 23 for the next round. Yes, ma'am. What was it? I just saw it. 14 and 20. You ever look at your watch, and then you put it down, and then you look at it again, and then you put it down, and then you look at it a third time, and someone says, what time is it? And you look at them and you go, I don't know. 14 and 23. Number 14. Oh, another horror film. Another Stephen King horror film. The Mist, starring Thomas Jane, the real Punisher, Thomas Jane, and 23. Oh, fuck me, man. Now, for my argument, because I never saw Punch Drunk Love, this is the first time I actually saw that Sandler could act. It just like cocaine. Reign Over Me, starring Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle. So The Mist, another Stephen King adaptation about a dimension portal is breached through and all is opened up, and all these otherworldly dimensional creatures are warped through, scattering all of this little town, forcing a bunch of people into this supermarket, and hierarchy and ideology and damn sure religion take a place in everyone's mental, and you see the high and rise of power throughout this hour-and-a-half movie. The creature designs in this is fantastic. The acting in this, I can't remember one person who phoned it in or didn't try or didn't do something new in a situation. Like we've all heard that there's something outside, we got to stay in here. All the real monsters are us, because those things are just living. They're just doing what they do. We could help each other in here, but we're choosing not to, because there has to be a reason for this to happen other than just, hey, it fucked up. Like, it can't, I don't mean to get political. It can't just be someone dropped a vial, oh shit, COVID broke loose. It has to be, for Americans, it has to be, well, this is clearly a conspiracy for old people to die, or it's making us stay home so they can do shit outside, or yada, yada, yada. Like, we have to put a reason to everything, because we're logical beings and we have to have logic in ourselves. And so it can't just be, that was a fuck up and this is the aftermath. There has to be blame somewhere. There has to be this decision caused this decision caused this decision, and we can't be actions, because apparently when you talk about other people, only you can fuck up, no one else can. Versus Reign Over Me. Like I said, I never watched Punch Drunk Love, so this was the first time I ever saw Sandler tackling a dramatic performance. Not his best. Damn sure after Uncut Gems, but not his best. But damn if he doesn't fucking bring it in this. Basically, Don Cheadle is a dentist in New York City, and he runs into a very burly, unkept, possibly smelly person that he recognizes in a record store, if I'm not mistaken, and he recognizes this man of, we used to be college roommates. Hey man, what's up? And Sandler is just not all there with it. Like, something happened to him. You just don't know what. And the whole movie is just them bonding, and then Cheadle, depending on how you look at it, maybe overstepping his boundaries of trying getting his friend help, because is he his friend, or is he just trying to make himself feel better to get this old friend a helping hand? You don't know. So how do I break this down? How do I decide which? This is why I love this show, because it could be two vastly different films that are competing for which one's going to go on. And that's exactly what this is. So I would have to judge it off of which one makes me, in its own regard, feel more. The ending of The Mist is, oh! But when you find out what happens to Adam Sandler and his redemption, it is bittersweet, hard emphasis on bitter. Again, as a father, you don't want that to happen. This is what, he loses his family and something to do with 9/11, right? Here's an off key. This is what pisses me off. Everyone gives shit to Remember Me. Remember Me? I remember. Came out in 2009, started Robert Pattinson and some blonde chick. And basically, it was Pierce Brosnan is his father, and they don't like each other, or at least he doesn't think his father respects him. and he tries to find himself. His older brother killed himself. He's making damn sure that his little sister is taken care of, and just all that, and just trying to figure out, why doesn't Dad love me? Where at the end he finds out, oh, he does love me because our pictures are his screensaver. You understand how the screensaver works, Robbie, right? Once you move the mouse, the pictures go away. So that just doesn't fucking explain everything. If anything, it goes, oh, who are these motherfuckers? That's better. Business screen. And the camera pans out. As it's panning out, it edits to his little sister in a room, and the teacher writes on the board the date, September 11, 2021. It cuts back to him, but it pans out even more. He is not only in the towers, but basically the epicenter for the first plane to hit. And people gave that such shit of like, that was such a cop-out, that's how he died. Yeah, but it said it started in 1991. It was 10 years later. You knew, and it's set in New York City, so it's kind of set up to be like, okay, they're probably gonna talk about it. Why else would they say it's 1991, it's 10 years later, and New York isn't in shambles of that year? You had an idea, and it's not a cop-out because his fucking brother died, and now he's dying, but everyone knows it's not because of him. It's not like he fucking knew the planes were coming, so he was like, let me get up there, and this is how I'm gonna kill myself. But you don't give shit to this movie? I don't get it. I don't get it. That's an off-cut tangent, but there you go. Man, I really wanted Reign Over Me to continue on with this, because you even get, oh shit, Liv Tyler as a young psychiatrist who's trying to help Sandler out. There's a hilarious fucking scene. Liv is just not getting through to Sandler, and she just finally asks, I want to know what you're thinking about. He's just giving her shit. You want to know what I'm thinking about? Your tits. That's what I'm thinking about. And she takes it on the chin. She's so professional, and she just bows through, because she's a young therapist, but I'm sure she, if not has seen this, has been told that this will happen to her. And she just continues on because she knows, I'm here for this individual. I'm not here for me. I'm not here for my ego. I'm here for his mental health. That being said, I gotta give it to The Mist, man. The Mist is so much fun. The Mist is so much fun. I mean, the creature designs versus the basic plot of Reign Over Me gives it the edge. It's more creative. But damn, how much I wanted to talk more about Reign Over Me. But whatever. The Mist. I tried to catch fog one day, but I missed. We got a chat in. What's it say? Damn, bringing some heavy logic to The Mist. This guy's... Are you lonely? Yeah. Are you deprived of trying to find solace in the flesh? This guy's good. Are you sitting there? Are you naked in a beanbag chair eating Cheetos? Yes, sir. So do you have the will to get up and send me $1,000? Close. Thought he was talking about me there for a second. Anyways, I like Remember Me. It's a great movie. Yes, it is, Phil. It's a fantastic movie. Does anyone? All right, 13. Thank you, Justin. Let's go to 13, going on 30. He says I don't have flowers, but I can do a gardener. Anyways, 13 is I'm not gonna write out the whole title. National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets versus 30. Only 2 more are going to get picked out of this, so you guys better pick well. Yes! Is this the first? It is. It's the first animated movie to hit it. Not only the first animated movie, the second movie to feature Shia LaBeouf, Surf's Up. National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets. National Treasure, the first one, was a very, very charming. It was a very charming movie. The second one comes out, had just as much charm, did just as well in the box office, I believe. You add Ed Harris in it and Helen Mirren into it, just be like, why the fuck not? They're great actors. Let's put them into it. And it's basically on the lines of, we have all the riches because of the first movie, but now we find out that my family was part of the Lincoln assassination, and now I'm not for the treasures. Well, because I already have the fucking treasures. They didn't get to keep it all. I think like they said that they kept 1 or 2%, but enough to make them buy nice shit. And all he's doing is just trying to clear his name. That's it. That's all. Ben Franklin is just trying to do it in that. Like I said, Ed Harris is this. Is his name Mitch from The Hangover? The guy who was left on the roof. He's the guy in the chair. He was also in Failure to Launch. He's the one who hooks up with Zoe Deschanel in Failure to Launch. I can't remember his damn name, though. I don't think this wants to stay up at all. Thank you, Mr. Corleone, you dick. If only I can give this guy some Blue Chew, huh? A great time for sponsors. Is your board not getting up? Have some Blue Chew. It's a charming movie. Speaking of the guy from Hangover, it does what Hangover couldn't do, where it's basically the same fucking movie, but it's not repeating itself, and it's just as good, even though it's delivering the same blows. Not like My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2, where it's just literally saying, hey, all those jokes that work, let's bring them on over here 10 years fucking later because they'll work again. No, it's not how comedy works. Fuck that movie. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. The third one, I don't know why. Maybe Tom Hanks needed a paycheck. I don't know. Maybe his name came out in the Epstein list and he's like, well, I get a nice lawyer. Fuck it, let's go ahead and produce a third one. Those two movies just pissed me off. The first one's great. Saul and I actually did a match battle over it. That was a lot of fun. She cheated. Surf's Up. Cody is a king penguin. I forget what kind of species of penguins he is, but lives in Antarctica and wants to be a surfer, and all their, it's the coal mining job. It's a coal mining town it's a blue collar town where there's a kid who wants to just dream, even if whether how big or small it is versus of what the town is doing, it's different. So the town, nobody in the town thinks he can do it because this is safe, this is comfortable, this is an honest living. Why do anything else with this? And he wants to surf, and then eventually when he was a little kid, Big Z played beautifully by Jeff Bridges, voiced beautifully by Jeff Bridges. Oh, fuck me, Zoe Deschanel's in this movie too. I forgot all about that. I know I'm looking over here. I swear to God, there's no screens. There's nothing. I'm just zoning out. She's in this film too, and I forgot. So is James Woods. He's in this movie as the little otter or whatever with like the perfect douchey spiky hair. The guy who voices Batman and Harley Quinn, he's Zeke. And that's all I can remember from this. But yeah, it's a fantastic film of just going for your dreams, but learning to do it for yourself, not to impress somebody or anybody else or thinking they did it, so when I do it, I'm going to gain their respect. Do what you love, the respect will come because you're doing it for yourself. If you do it for somebody else, well, then your compass is going to point towards them, not your dream. It's going to fuck it up. And that's kind of like Across the Spider-Verse analogy. It's going to fuck up the canon. It's going to fuck everything up. People are going to be drawn to that, and when they start ball busting you, you're going to take it personally because you know it's not for the right reasons why you want to do this. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I need therapy. Who fucking knows? National Treasure 2, it's a fun film. This is how I know Surf's Up's going to win. I already knew Surf's Up's going to win. At the end where Ed Harris is somehow holding a door and he's telling Nicolas Cage, You tell them that I'm the one that found the secrets. You tell them. Why did he let all those people escape? Why didn't he just had a fucking gun? He's clearly the villain. Is he a murderer? No. But he clearly wants his name to be out there. So if you really wanted to sell it, I know it's Disney. I fucking get it. But if you really wanted to sell it, how about you make someone either I'm going to kill you or you're going to die right here anyways. So you're going to hold this door while I escape and then I tell what really happened here. It always rubbed me the wrong way that he's the one who helps everyone else escape from that tomb or whatever the fuck. That ending always is rubbing the wrong way. I know what these movies are. They're not meant to be taken seriously. Oh, John Greenwood? Is that Bruce Greenwood is the president in this? I forgot about that. Yeah, nice little added cast member. It's charming. It ain't Surf's Up, dude. Surf's Up is so much fun. Surf's Up, I can put that on right now. My kids aren't gonna watch it because it's not Frozen or Paw Patrol. But Daddy will watch it. So, National Treasure, you're going to stay Treasure. No, you're going to. But just like John says, there's no I in team, but there is an I in meat pie. And when you put I and me together, you've got bread on you. Surf's Up continues on. All right. Only 2 more slots to go, and we're an hour and a half in. 420. Oh. Hydrate, y'all. 420. Anybody else comment down below if you want, after the show's over, if you are at the end, if you want me to tell you what the rest of these that didn't get picked are, I would happily do that. All right, number 4 is going to be, God damn it. I didn't want this one to be picked. Because I know whatever is going to come next, that one's going to win. I knew I shouldn't fucking add this. I knew that one. I fucking knew that one was going to be picked up. I know I said that same thing about Pathfinder, but I like Pathfinder. What'd you say, dickhead? 20. Hey, all right. Not the ones I would have picked, but still a good list. Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at World's End versus Robert Rodriguez's half of Grindhouse, Planet Terror. I wish it was the other half, but I'll take what I can get. And yeah, I didn't want to put both in one because I felt like that was way too much. That would have been that's 2 movies against all these others that had one, and that's just kind of unfair. So that's why I split those up. But I tell you what, nah, fuck that. So Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. There is no need for a second one, let alone a third one, where Jack Sparrow can just basically be fucking Spider-Man if he picks up a rope and anything attached to it. That pissed me off. The fact that Davy Jones is just such a subtle little bitch now, because I understand you have a heart and he can't do anything, but is it really that guarded? There's a scene where all the people, all these British soldiers are just aiming at the heart. No, they're not gonna fucking shoot it, because if they shoot it, then there's no captain. There has to be a captain. That would have meant Lord Cutler would have been the captain. So it felt too easy just to go, I got a job, I have the heart, so that means I can control you. I get that. Can you fucking, what's that word? Try and let me know, like, how does this fucking make sense? God damn it! I didn't like how Barbossa came back and it's just fucking like the 2 guys, the bald-headed guy and a pirate, and the guy who has a wooden eyeball who always loses it. I know you guys know what I'm talking about if you've seen these films. They're in here for just being fucking comedic effect. Like they're basically the Drax the Destroyer for the Pirates universe of just, they're there for comedy effect. Well, here's the thing. If you're going to have comedic effect, they have to be, what's that word? Funny. They're not. They're fucking annoying. Even the second one, when they're just like, you can't read the Bible. It's upside down anyways. You get points if you try. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. It's just... You ever had to think about something so hard you had to control alt delete your brain because you're just like, and I can't be that stupid for getting mad. This is stupid. You're stupid. Ken Watanabe playing one of the seven lords and then just giving his power to, I understand he thinks Elizabeth is Calypso, but just to go, you know what? Fuck it, you're captain. Not one of these men that I have spent probably years, if not decades with. They could be captain, but you're the closest one. What the fuck ever. You're the closest one. Your ear is the closest to my mouth, so hey, you're captain now. There you fucking go. If I'm wrong, if there's more to that I missed, go right ahead. And I'm just gonna say, well, it's a shit scene anyways. And what the fuck is that outfit that she is wearing? Who the fuck has exactly her tailored body on a ship full of dudes? Captain, remember your pressure points. Fuck, man. And the whole Calypso thing anyways. When she gets big, she just turns into crabs, and then what does she do? What's her fucking power? I got a whirlpool for you guys. That's it? No, I got rain. You see that shit? That's me. You see all these fucking pirate ships behind me? Okay, we're just gonna use 2 of them for this fucking battle. Why? Because fuck your grandmother, that's why. We use a jar of mayonnaise to just scoop all that up and put in her twat. That way we can really just give her the fucking business. God damn it, I hate this fucking movie. Why the fuck did you pick Thor in 20? I'm sorry, I love you. Oh! I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm calm. I'm like Hades right now. Because I hate these nuts. There's so much in this fucking movie that I'm just offended by. However, much like episode 1, if you're going to pull anything from this, it is the amazing music. Duel of Fates is the best thing that came out from the prequels. You want to fight me on that? Fine. That is at least top 5 for most people of the best things that happened in those prequels, besides the amazing lore, right? Same thing here. Hans Zimmer did a fucking fantastic job. How do you fucking pull a Halloween Kills and just got me by the balls of they're killing everybody. They're killing kids. So they start singing so that Brother in Court can happen, and that beautiful shot of the coin falling, hitting the ground, and it flipping at World's End. And that amazing song, King and his men stole the queen from her bed. They bound her wrists and bones. So fucking chilly. It's so good. He-ho, all together. Like, I want that song to be sung while Leonardo DiCaprio and Matthew McConaughey are just going, yeah, he-ho. It's so good. But that is literally the only fucking good thing in this movie. Planet Terror wins. I'm not going to go into it. Planet Terror wins. Get the fuck up there. God fucking damn it. Barbosa, marry us. Why? Do you not know what we're fucking doing here? You just put your fucking sword through someone's nutsack, and now you want to confess your love to this fucking cunt? Go fuck your mother. Am I fuck, like, seriously, do y'all really get this mad at movies or films? I'm not saying Star Wars, fuck all that. We all know that causes problems. I'm saying just movies in general. Do you guys have this anger, or do I really need therapy? This is a call for help. I am mad because they weren't stoners like. I know they're up here too, dude. They're Pineapple Express didn't come out in 2007. I Love Her by Blame Angel. God damn. So there's your other ones. All right, so yeah, dude, we're at hour and 35 in. We're literally only halfway done. So that's all the movies we're gonna go through now. So here we go. We're gonna dissect this even more and see which one's gonna come on top. 310 to Yuma versus Paranormal Activity. Very interesting. A lot of what I said, I'm probably gonna repeat. Excuse me. 310 to Yuma is such a profoundly good Western, not only because personally it was the first Western I ever saw. That's no joke. Like, maybe I've seen Westerns, but this is the one I paid attention to and gravitated to the most and just kept watching it over and over again. So when I heard the director James Mangold, because I watched the movie so many times, I was like, I know that. So when Logan was coming out and it was going to be a Western and his name was attached to it, that movie is so fucking good that when you hear the hype, you're thinking it can't be as good as what it is. And that fucking movie just breaks through its own birth canal and gives birth to itself somehow. 310 to Yuma, though, is really good. They're going to hang me in the morning. I pretty much said all I needed to say about it. Whereas Paranormal Activity, I can just dive so much deeper into it. I'm not saying because of that, because I wasted all my notes on the Western that the horror movie should automatically get at. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I have barely had to defend Paranormal Activity. I have to give this a Paranormal. As much as I really don't want to, but at the same time, it's easier for me to quantify why Paranormal should move on because the impact it left me. Yes, 310 to Yuma did give me an impact, and it opened my doors up to Western movies. But I'm telling y'all, I have never been so terrified after watching that movie. I mean, I remember this one time I wasn't in band camp. I had to look up, like, okay, what's Paranormal Activity 2 about? And I stumbled on this blog of, we have no idea what the demon looks like. The demon could be a rotisserie raw chicken with sandals on its feet, with Ryan Seacrest's face and a tiara on, with Tinkerbell's wand. That legitimately could be the demon. And after that, I was like, all right, the second one isn't going to be so hard. I watched the second one, maybe because it wasn't as scary or whatever, or maybe it was just like repeating a lot of the scares again. I wasn't affected that much. And I try to keep that much of like that silliness idea of what the demon might look like and try to add it again when I started to watch Paranormal Activity again, years later. And it still got to me, man. It still, like, to this day gets to me. So much so that if I watch a haunted house, the parody of this film and the other two films, 2 and 3, that's a hilarious comedy, by the way, 2013, if I'm not mistaken. It captures exactly what people bitch about this movie while showing it homage. Like, to me, that is my Galaxy Quest. I know you're making fun of it, but I like to think you're paying homage to it because if Martin Wayans is making fun of it, then that means it's just as good, if not better, than Scream. That's just how I feel about it. Paranormal Activity, yeah, man. Oh, I didn't think this was going to go this way, but Paranormal Activity has got to go. Paranormal Activity's got to go on. Yeah. 310 to Yuma is a fantastic fucking movie. 310 to Yuma, if you have not watched it, like I said, Christian Bale, Russell Crowe, you're not going to find two actors. If their roles were swapped, does it still work? I don't think. I don't think Christian can play a dick like that. But not a dick, but like a lovable dick, a dick that can just go in and just be like, I am a dick, man. Redheaded bartender, would you like to see mine? Basically, that's what he does. I still don't know if in the bar, like they make the heist, they go into the bar, they give them all shots. Ben Wade is just staring down this broad. Do they know each other, or is his game just fucking Kobe and pregnant? I have no idea. He's charming as fuck. I don't think Christian could have captured that. But what he does capture beautifully is the sorrowed, life-struggling, down on his knees, exact opposite of Rocky Balboa, but still keeps trying of, life has brought me down literally to my knee because I don't have a fucking leg, and I'm still just trying, but I don't even know why I'm trying anymore. So here's this opportunity, and I have to take it. I gotta fucking take it, but man, Paranormal Activity. Dude, when they the first time she gets possessed and just staring over at him, how many times did any of us have a significant other that we were like, this bitch might be fucking crazy, or dude, whatever, this person might be fucking crazy? You watch that and you're thinking, how many times did they do that to me, just standing over me for minutes, hours? Who fuck of just thinking, all I gotta do is go get a knife and then your slit is fucking throat. I don't have to cut your throat. Cut one brake line. That's it. The story is better in 310 Yuma, but the effect I get from Paranormal is greater. The effect of 310 Yuma that I get is accomplishment, immediate regret, salvation, rinse, wash, repeat. Paranormal Activity, I get horror, shitting my pants, oh my god, demons are real, oh shit. I can't tell if I shit my pants or came, but my underwear needs changed. That's a fucking, yeah, Paranormal's gotta go on, man. That's a hard one. Giggity. Paranormal Act. 1408 versus Gone Baby Gone. I've been really thinking. I'm not going to use it just yet. But I'm thinking about doing something, adding in a feature to the show just to help me of like a fucking coin toss. I don't think I'm going to do it yet because I think I have my answer between 428 and Gone Baby Gone. Gone Baby Gone, once you see it and you realize how it ends, once you watch it, it's kind of it's a murder mystery. It is a mystery. So once you watch it, you know everything's going to happen, to where the only time you can see its movie at its fullest is if someone just erases your mind or you get Alzheimer's. And a similar way, it's the same fucking thing. You're never going to get its gratification unless you watch it fresh for the first time. I've only watched it once, but it's left such an impact on me. Whereas 1408, man, dude. Yes, there are some edits. There's some edited lines. There's some editing that are sloppy. Like there's a point where his daughter, it's a flashback. His daughter dies. He's flipping tables over talking to his wife. And he's going, yeah, we should have made her fight. We should have made her fight this thing, not just tell her about God and the heavens, Nirvana, all that bullshit. And then it immediately cuts to him walking out the door and in a very unnatural tone, just going, I'm gonna get cigarettes, okay? That's kind of like me going, you've been sleeping with this motherfucker. I know his dick has been inside one of your holes. I don't know which one. It might have been your nose, but go fuck yourself. You want ribs? Okay, cool. That's how it feels. But even those small things, it doesn't add up to how much this fucking gets to me every fucking time. I I'm not doing a good job explaining my love for this because I'm just going with my own emotions and I'm running out of words to describe its amazingness, and I apologize for that. I gotta go 1408, man. I have to. I'm gonna put that one on beforehand. If someone tells me, "Hey, man, which one do you want to watch with me?" I haven't seen neither one, so which one do we want to watch right now? 1408, Gone Baby Gone. It's gonna be 1408. Again, the DVD version is a much more gives you much more of a satisfaction than the other two endings. The one for damn sure I know doesn't give you any satisfaction. And I'll get to that. I don't have to bring it up just yet, but I'll get to it. So, what's Gone Baby Gone is good. It's so depressing, dude. It's like you got your dog back, but it's pregnant and it's missing both ears. That's and someone skinned it and then put a swastika right on her face. Like, do I even want this dog? I'm gonna love you. I kind of wish I didn't know anything about any of this. Just keep the mystery of it. I don't know. It's fuck, man. I gotta go 1408. Damn it. Plus, I'm trying to rush into this too. I don't want to record over 2 hours. All right. Dead Silence versus The Mist. I already have my fucking answer. Dead Silence has great, perfectly timed for this movie. Jump scares, tension building, and execution literally in deaths. And the story itself. The Mist is this happened because of this one singular thing. Whereas Dead Silence, there's a lot more going on. Even when the movie's over, even when the story's over, you still get one more twist. Even me telling you there's one more twist, you're still going to get surprised watching by the end of this movie. But then again, speaking about endings, the ending of The Mist is just, oh man, if you guys seen it, you know what I'm talking about. With the fucking revolver, man, and it's just, you couldn't go outside and just do a quick perimeter walk. Like, I know the mist is still here. It's kind of like it's foggy outside, and you just want to make sure there's no more deer shit in your yard before, you predator. You just shoot a bunch of fucking bullets out in the middle of the, like, okay, real quick, Predator, now that I brought that up. Why the fuck are you shooting in this area? This cocksucker, this thing, somebody skinned guys and dragged them up hundreds of feet in the air. And then you're just going to shoot big-ass machine guns in this one area. Okay, let's say you did hit him. Wouldn't one be enough? You don't know it's an alien, right? So I know you're angry. So why isn't everybody else just shooting at all other places? This is a tactical force, and it's just, you know what? I like your training. I remember my training. I like your tactics. Let's aim for that exact same spot. It makes no fucking sense, man. This one has to go to Dead Silence. I'm gonna put it on before The Mist. I get way more of a fun factor out of it because it's James Wan versus, Frank Darabont is the most underrated director, I think, in our generation. Not only Shawshank, not only The Green Mile, but this. And he fucking banger out of all these. Maybe The Mist is his weakest because, it's The Green Mile, Shawshank. But no one gives him credit on this. And I'm kind of about to do the same thing, but I'm also talking about James Wan. Come on, man. It's James Wan before. He is our Hitchcockian. If Hitchcock went to jump scare, if Hitchcock was born today, James Wan is Jordan Peele mixed with what the fuck's his name? Freddy Krueger. The Hills Have Eyes. Oh shit, Wes Craven. James Wan is Jordan Peele and Wes Craven together. That's his movie in my eyes. Dude, Dead Silence has to go on. The Mist is great. I'm not even getting into specific scenes of Dead Silence yet. I don't have to. I'm gonna have to. Oh, maybe. I really wish some of these movies just wound up here, but whatever. Surf's Up versus Planet Terror. Again, Surf's Up, a great film about don't do anything for anybody else. Do what Corey Taylor said it best. If you want to make money, if you want to be successful in this life, don't do where their money is. Do what you love. Eventually, once you have not mastered that craft, but have an understanding of that craft, the love, the admiration, and then the money, the wealth will start coming in. If I'm going to listen to any rock star, it's going to be him. But Planet Terror is, if this was Death Proof would take it. I'm not saying Planet Terror wouldn't. Planet Terror is fun. Like, I especially like the part where Quentin Tarantino is playing one of the zombified people, and he's about to, have his way with one of the girls, and he's not having the oxygen enough, and his dick just falls off, and he's just like, fuck it, I'll just do it anyways. Like, he needs, it's not even a physical thing anymore, it's all mental. For him, it's, oh shit, that's right, Josh Brolin is in this, he plays a doctor, that's nothing right, I forgot all about that. That should be my answer then. I'm forgetting everybody of Planet Terror, where Surf's Up, I light up. If this was Death Proof, it would be Death Proof. Planet Terror is fun, but it's a part, and maybe this is my fucking fault, but it's a part of Grindhouse where you have to have that, then the ridiculous trailers. I really want to go see Thanksgiving. They're ridiculous. Like, they made Machete, and they made Thanksgiving. I wonder, was there a third trailer? If there was, they got to make it. And then you have Death Proof. It's a fantastic, just like those trilogy, I guess, in one, feature. But Planet Terror, let's be honest, is the lesser of the two. Where Surf's Up, Happy Feet came out, if not this year, it came out the year before in 2006. If anyone fucking thinks that Elijah Wood and those dancing douchebags are better than this surfing penguin, they're out of their fucking mind. Surf's Up is better. Surf's Up takes this. Whew! I think I just bought myself a little bit of time because now we are finally down to the final four. All right. Let me just get 5 minutes. Let's get some comments in. So, what do people got to say? Are people having fun? What y'all thinking about the show? Are you guys still here? You guys still talking about it? I love Bald Nazi Dog Man. Bald Nazi Dog Man. What the hell is that? Fuck you, Isaac Newton. Hi, Cheryl. What are those? I cannot. Whoa. What are those? Those hands? Fires. They're fires. It's a fire. I found it. It's a fire. They're fires. I cannot forgive you for picking Surf's Up over Planet Terror. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's my show, Cupcake. All right. Let's continue on. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Paranormal Activity versus 1408. Now, I thought about implementing a new element to the show of I get one coin flip. If I can't decide, I get one coin flip. And the first one gets heads, the second one gets tails, and I only get one. I was thinking about doing that to this. But I was thinking about doing it of, okay, whatever Paranormal Activity goes up against, I might have to do that because I can't pick between Paranormal Activity and Gone Baby Gone and/or versus 1408. But there's one element that I haven't talked about that I gotta use now, because I had just brought up Pan-Relativity so much and how much that meant to me versus how much 1408 just opened the doors for me for psychology. Like, if it wasn't for 1408, I would have not been interested in Pan-Relativity. So there is no one without the other. 1408 has 3 different endings. The ending that I think is dog shit is, if you remember, he takes the bottle that Olin gives him, and he makes a Molotov cocktail, and he throws at the wall, and the whole place is burning now. He's literally killing the room, and he just has that cigarette. It's a great line he has. It's like, after the show, I'm watching that scene. It's a great line he has of just Olin asks Mike Enslin, is it a smoking room? Like, yes, it is, actually. As a matter of fact, it is, actually. And do you smoke? Oh, no, I don't. And he points. Olin gestures like, well, then, as a gesture, he asks him, well, then what the hell is your cigarette in your ear? And he goes, oh, yeah, that. It's in case nuclear war breaks out. It's an old habit, writer thing. Do you drink? Of course, I just said I was a writer. It's a great line that you can't get in a book, but these actors just bring it and they deliver so much into it. He takes that bottle and he throws it. In the bullshit Blu-ray or streaming service, the director's cut, he doesn't make it out. He's a ghost. He's a part. He killed the room. The room's not going to get anybody, but he had to go along with it. There's another one where he doesn't make it, and all of his belongings go to Sam Jackson, and at the funeral, Sam Jackson, hits the record, and he hears everything. The one that I'm attuned to, the one that not only makes the most sense, but the one that's the most realistic, and the one that is the best, is he throws the cocktail, it burns, he makes it out. He's living with his wife again. He's living with the mother of his daughter. And he's just going, yeah, this happened, that happened. He's being very subtle of just, I know you're not going to believe this, but then this happened, that happened, and she's just going, okay, Mike, well, we're gonna get you the help that you clearly need, deservedly need. You've been through something traumatic. You've been through a fire, and he's just like, you can see in his eyes, like, just like, you have no idea, bitch. He goes in the bag of all like the evidence or whatever, he pulls it out, he hits play, and all you hear now, oh fuck. Angel and I lost our daughter, and the more my kids grow up, I can't help to imagine she would have been 2018. She would have been 6 this year. Oh, you hear her voice. And the wife, Maggie, I think her name is, just drops everything. And it's real. It's not just apparitions. Even if the room was fucking with him, the voice recorder picked up everything. He not only gets the gift of living, of redeeming himself, of having a second life, but he has this dreadful curse but beautiful gift of having his daughter's voice on this recorder. I had to go through hell, in his words, the 7th circle of hell, to get this. Dude, when he actually gets out and then he's at the post office and the guys that work at the hotel are ripping down the post office and hears everything, and the camera just spins and edits, and he's back in the destroyed, wet, soiled room, and he's just going, I was out! And that's when the daughter comes over. Oh, fuck, man. You know what? I think this was the first movie I ever saw John Cusack in. That's insane, man. That's insane. I mean, Say Anything, High Fidelity, fucking bangers of movies. And this is the first one I see him in. Not a bad one to see him, to notice him in. Whereas Paranormal Activity, the ending to that is she escapes. Oh, here's my decision. God damn it! If the fourth one just didn't come out because of the bullshit fourth one, that after the demon finally gets Katie and it needs Hunter, right? Hold on. It gets Hunter in the second one. But fuck it, I'll still go on with this anyways. Because of the fourth one, I can't make that decision. Or I can't make the distinction because they added the fourth one in because they were just like, we needed this anyway. So they had 1, 2, and 3 to all make sense. Fuck it. Because of the fourth one, God damn it. 1408 takes us. There's too much bullshit in Paranormal Activity that just, it's like the Matrix. There's too much shit attached to that fantastic fucking film that all these ball sack filled tumors are just leeching off of that great fucking film. The same thing happened to this. Fuck you, whoever produced that shit and made 4 happen, and then 5, and then what was it, Ghost Dimensions or whatever, or Dementia. We don't know how to make a good fucking movie, so we're just gonna make more of this shit. But all in all, to end on a positive note, before I even continue on, 1408, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be the horror lover that I am now. It took me a while, but I wouldn't be into good storytelling, subtle acting cues because of the fantastic scene Cusack and Samuel Jackson have in like the best scene in the scene that made the short story possible. 1408 goes on. This is so stupid how these 2 next movies are in the finals. Dead Silence and Surf's Up. I really wish there were some other movies were picked out of this. But hey, man, that's the randomness of it. You have no idea what's going to be into this. So Dead Silence and Surf's Up. The horror fan of me wants 1408 to go up against Dead Silence. But then again, it would be fun to have 1408 against Surf's Up. But I can't think that far ahead. I got to think of just this. I got to think of this round right here. And which one is clearly the best? Which one gives me the most satisfaction? Which one gives me the most entertainment? It's like if you go this angle, you're going to have animation. But if you just alter your protractor a little bit and go this angle, you're going to get the same satisfaction into the horror. I'm going to... fuck, man. Do I use that point now of Dead Silence of why the main character's wife is killed? Because Mary Shaw explains to him, this is why I killed your wife. But in Surf's Up, this is why when Big Z comes up to Cody and says, well, yeah, I faked my death because I didn't want that. I didn't want the high life, man. I just wanted to surf. But I was such a big icon that I couldn't go back. So I just, fuck it, I'm just here now. Which is kind of weird that, like, what, no one followed Zoe Deschanel's character into the forest, or no one has pictured Big Z at all. No one's recognized him. I mean, the same fucking surfing contest happens in this island. He couldn't just go somewhere else. It's just, I get it. It's a kid's movie and I shouldn't overthink it. But for the sake of this, I'm going to. Shit, man. It's weird because I have a big ass movie collection downstairs and just a few films upstairs. Both Dead Silence and Surf's Up are upstairs because I've recently watched them. Oh man, I so want to do the coin flip right now. Fuck. I'm gonna go Dead Silence. The reason is because Surf's Up is fun. The scares in Dead Silence when he's at the hotel and the curtain is going and the neon light of the hotel, that really bright, loud red neon light, goes on and off, and it gets dimmer and dimmer and low. The pitch gets lower and lower, and that's how you know Mary is coming for your ass. And there she is behind the curtains, just looking so like. Without that, I don't think The Conjurings would have been as good. I think this is the blueprint for The Conjuring to get as good. I feel like Juan would have still got it. I feel like Juan would have did a great job. There's something in me that's like The Nun and The Conjuring 2 doesn't work as well because he didn't do trial and error with Mary Shaw, which I think is a vastly underrated movie monster. A female movie monster for those of us who want to, be progressive and all that. Fuck, man, I didn't think this was going to happen. Dead Silence has to take it. Surf Up was fun. It's a cheesy. Plus, okay, here it is. John Hendry playing the fucking chicken. Fuck him, by the way. He had one. You didn't want to call it a good role. Napoleon Dynamite. Was that a good role? Or is everybody, just like Adam Sandler and Billy Madison, is that funny? Or is everybody else around the main character funny? And this cocksucker is just fucking stupid and we don't know what he's in with. Remember Blades of Glory? No, me neither. Because I remember Will Ferrell. I don't remember John Hendry. What I remember from John Hendry is him just being an untalented fucking douche nozzle and not bringing anything to the fucking table. Hey, man, you want to be an animated movie? Sure. What the heck I do? Nothing. Bring your talent over here. Just have like a pothead mindset to it. Got it. So Napoleon Dynamite. No, man, we want you to be like a hippie chicken. Okay, so a vegan, but Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, man, fuck it. Why not? It's the same goddamn character. Remember, oh shit, it's Mark Ruffalo and Reese Witherspoon. She's dead. She's a doctor. Heaven Can Wait, maybe? 2002? No. 2005 or 6. But John Hendry's in there too. He's playing the same fucking thing over and over again. The dude can't fucking act. So because his dumbass is connected to Surf's Up, that's what kills it. That's it. Surf's Up is out. Dead Silence is moving on. Dead Silence versus 1408. Now I can say it. The ending of Dead Silence, not only of the main character asking Mary when he's right face to face with him of, why did you kill my wife? I killed her because you're not the last heir of the cocksucking family that I swore to kill. Your wife had the last heir. That's why she had to go. And that's pretty fucking good. Actually, wasn't one of the Wahlbergs, if it's not Mark, then it's talentless. But wasn't he the cop? He did a pretty damn good job in this too. Disregarding what I just said, he's playing like the same beat cop of he's playing the same. No, he's hitting the right notes of playing this Grussel detective of, okay, it's just a crazy dude who just keeps getting away from me. There's nothing really supernatural happening, but yet he meets his demise because he does exactly what the main character tells him not to do, which is scream. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is, and you're fine. Mary's not gonna get you. But oh shit! But the scene where the old guy, the terrifying. So when Mary died, and he's a mortician. But his father was a mortician. So when this old guy was a little boy and he sees Mary and somehow the casket or whatever, the table flips over and Mary's on the floor and he backs up and she stands up. Dude, that's good. And then she comes for him anyways as an old man. And now his senile wife is just out there. That's fucking sad, but it's done in such a fun way that you just kind of like, fuck him and fuck her too. Who cares? They're all gay. Everyone does. 1408 is such a, I can't say masterclass of a film. for what it was given, for what it was supposed to be, they go above and beyond to do. And when I say above and beyond, I mean only in the acting. The editing, as I said, isn't as great. The writing could have been a little bit better. The scares could have been a little bit better. But Cusack, it's just him, sells it. And if it's not, if the manager doesn't go just as hard and acting wise of that first scene, so that's why you get Samuel Jackson, a blue collar worker who understands this is important. This scene's important with this. I got to match him for the rest of the movie to be elevated. If that doesn't work, if that scene doesn't work, this movie fails. Wow. The winner of Ruckus's second episode of Random Bracket Battles goes to 1408, ladies and gentlemen. That is the winner of this. 1408 gets it. I have too much fun of a time without it. 1408 or with it. 1408 is the winner with this. Dead Silence put up a hell of a fight. What a hell of an American. I want to go ahead and thank you all for tuning in and staying with me, even if you're still listening to this asshole just still rambling on. I had so much fun with this list. If you guys would like to know what these other I had 32, 16 are. Go ahead, go in the comments if you guys are still here, and I'll happily read them off. So thank you very much. Tvshka, thank you very much. Thank you guys very much for being patient with me once my internet went out. I can't wait to do this again next week. Saul saying go for it. All right, so the ones that didn't get picked. Transformers, that would have been fun. I Am Legend, that would have been fun too. It wouldn't have won. Live Free or Die Hard. You had Zodiac. I was really hoping that was going to get picked. Hitman, one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies. Death Proof. Yeah, there you go. You had Knocked Up. It wouldn't have won, but hey, whatever. Stomp the Yard. I love that. That is my step up movie. Good Luck, Chuck. Trick or Treat. One of the best horror anthologies out there. Superbad. Probably would have won if it would have gotten picked. Ratatouille. Probably would have won if it got picked. It's Brad Bird. Ghost Rider, one of the dumbest, most awesome, dumbest superhero movies of all time. Meet the Robinsons. Hot Rod. Oh man, I'm so disappointed I didn't get picked. And finally, Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. This year was a fantastic year for films. The ones that did get picked that put up a great fight. If you're new to the chat, then just like what Sharon said, hit that like, hit that follow button. Everyone here does a fantastic job with all the other shows. You gotta check out Justin and Josh with Ruckus Wrestling. Tvshka is doing his thing, talking about the new show Echo. Like and subscribe. Saul and all of them are doing great things over there with Off the Wall. Go ahead, do thumbs up, all that fun stuff. Bracket Bitches, another great show. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. My jaw hurts. Too many ball sucking today. Thank you guys again very much, and I will see you next time. See ya. Join the Patreon.